Hi, I'm Victor.
Hey,
This is my mom, Jessica.
Hi, nice
Hey,
to meet
Jessica.
you.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
I'm Ryan. I'm the design director for Gears of War multiplayer, and this is Otto.
And I'm the producer for multiplayer.
Okay.
We've got all the Gears 5 set up for you. If you just take a look around and find a seat and check it out.
Okay, cool.
Hey, how's it going?
How you doing? Pretty
Kenny.
good.
Hey, man.
Hey,
Welcome
how you
back.
doing? Thanks.
How's it going?
I'm doing pretty well.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm drifting over towards the stations over there.
You can
You excited?
go sit down.
Yep, I'm pretty
Yeah.
excited. I'm gonna go over there and check
Okay,
them out.
let's check it out.
We've been working with Kenny for a long time. He's one of our more thoughtful players.
If someone puts a boom on plat, that boom is there for the entire half. You can't take it off, or you can't change it.
It's easy to have a conversation with him about mechanics, about how the game works, and he's able to express, his experiences really well to us, and so we can use that when we're thinking about, how do we have to evolve the game, or if there are changes that need to be made.
Hey, Justin. How many times have you been to a playtest up in Canada here? I think it's
multiple
like 4 or 5 times or something like
Yeah.
that.
4 or 5.
Yeah, 4 or 5 ish, something like that.
Yeah, something like that.
Lucky, bro.
What about you?
1.
1?
Yep. My first time here.
First time here, so you didn't actually.
Welcome.
Yeah, welcome. So we're going to be taking a look at Escalation 2.0, which is going to be a little bit different than what you guys have played before. Escalation's a game that kind of mixes, territory control with a lot of slaying. We've taken that foundation and we've just tried to make lives matter in a much more deep way, right? So to bring kind of a feeling of momentum to the game.
Escalation was always built with team play in mind, with strategy in mind. And in Gears 4, it achieved all those things, but it's become a little bit stale. And in Gears 5, we sort of upped all those elements. Communication is critical. Strategy is critical. Coaches sort of, guiding the teams through a match is going to be a bigger thing. It all empowers that sort of feeling that we started with Gears 4, and in Gears 5 is going to be so much more strategic and deep.
Oh, new weapons.
There are new weapons, yeah.
The machine pistols. And the machine pistols are sort of an upgrade over the snub, where it's very short range, but fires really fast.
The snub is sort of a staple of Gears of War, and it's one shot. It's very accurate. The machine pistol is sort of almost like the opposite of that, where it shoots like a lot of rounds. You can hold it down for automatic fire. The recoil is insane, but if you're close to someone, you're doing an immense amount of damage.
And while it's not exactly for the competitive scene, we brought a favorite multiplayer feature, which is kill cam. So,
Like when I play, and I play guys that are good like you guys, I just get killed. I just go around a corner and I get killed, and I'm like, what the hell happened? And oftentimes, I want to throw my controller, and I'm like, there's no way. The game doesn't support that. There's no way they killed me. But seeing the kill cam, I'd be like, all right, it's on me. And I get to learn from that, right?
Yeah, exactly. It'll help even us learn, because this guy kills me a lot. So I'd like to see how he's killing me inside a game. That'll be good for old people like me.
Yeah.
So. You upped everybody's responsibility. I like it a lot.
it's really another level. We can't actually wait to have you guys play.
So I think that's enough talking about the game mode. Let's go and play it, all right?
I'm ready to go.
Sounds good.
Good luck, bro. Y'all hear me? I need some comms. Who's the IGL? Let me know. Come on, bro. We're not winning. We're not losing. We don't lose, Jim. We don't lose, bro.
Oh, we should pick positions.
I'm about to get cooked.
Alright, let's get this game started.
So before you spawn, anybody that's in back spawn, like a support spawn, can hit Y to change their grenades if they want to. They can pick between smoke and flash. So the flashbang's a new grenade inside Gears.
What happens is when you throw the smoke grenade and it lands, it sort of detonates and a sort of concussive blow goes out, and players get stunned. It's like the stunning is really powerful because you can make sure that a player doesn't hit his shots or can't even take shots for a little while. But it's always in smoke, right? And so you end up playing in smoke a lot because it's so impactful having stunned players. And so what we've done with Gears 5 is we've taken the smoke and sort of just made it its own thing.
And now we have split them into two and improved both.
You can take a smoke grenade to ensure that somebody can't see what you're doing, but if you want to stun them, which is you know, if you're attacking a point or something like that, you can take the flashbang.
Can we get the game started? Is everybody ready?
Yeah.
Mid-house, do mid there, mid.
It's a little bit weird.
I'm down mid. I'm down.
I got
mid.
nice.
Get me, 19, get me. Actually, I'm 3 mid.
I got one. Oh my
Nice
god.
shot. Did you see that?
Oh well.
Oh, right there.
You said how you can upgrade weapons because they start with low ammo.
Upgrades are picks, so everything's a pick. What you can do is you can either choose to make it respawn faster or give it more ammo. So they picked a flashbang, and so now it's actually a cursor selection. So now you vote between smoke and flash.
So the sort of team captain gets to choose the slot that you're gonna adjust, and then everybody votes on the one thing that they want. So if the team is really coordinated and communicating, they'll all sort of vote the same thing. But if they're not, then you might see people go like, no, I want this one, no, I want that one, and then like they'll be sort of arguing it out a little bit.
When people first start picking in early rounds, they don't actually pick the most powerful weapons. They're not allowed to. So on the next pick, they can upgrade that into a more powerful weapon, like a precision rifle or a submachine gun. And then from there, what they can do is upgrade it into a power weapon with a third pick. The things you have access to are the center line and your half.
Okay.
Except there's one little nuance. You can choose to deny a slot to the enemy team on their territory. It won't spawn anymore for 3 rounds, but after those 3 rounds, it comes back.
Okay.
So you better hit A quick on which one you want.
And
So
you can place it like anywhere?
yeah, so they're placing it like basically on their secondary, close to spawn.
I missed my shot.
Yeah.
There is. Hold on. I see it. I see it.
I got Vic on me. Oh, I got down there, huh?
I'm behind you.
That guy's really hurt. 21? 21's really hurt.
They went our hill. They went. I'm gonna shoot our hill.
Watch out behind you, he's pushing behind you as well.
I got one. Can we get a break on our hill?
Yeah, you guys just crossed 200. But just make sure you don't get 3 capped here. Gotta get in a ring.
We got one. I got one down. Somebody has to cut that up.
I died in our house. Our house was pushing our home from behind.
Oh, I missed.
The burning spawns like crazy, boys. Just keep running them.
So you can see on the top left, like how many like respawns you've got.
Go. Let's go. I'm doing it. That first decap. We decap Dave.
Good job. Nice job.
Nice. I'm doing it.
Bro.
Let's go. Easy, mate. Let's go.
So every round you get like 1 extra life. So there you are down to 2. Like if you burn them all up, then like literally you just get 1.
I didn't even think to look at that.
Yeah, I know. Like when you're choosing to spawn, like right now you're choosing to like deplete your lives, right? So you're gonna start this round with 3. They were calling on the other side. They're like, they're burning lives. Just kill them. So just something to keep
That's just
in
not
mind.
like active up here.
I know. Yeah, it's a different way of thinking about it.
I'm rotating back to our hill. I'm gonna have shots
shooting
from
him?
our middle side.
Over 17 is low.
One on your left. On your left.
Oh, I might die.
How many help here?
They're trying to crunch on our home.
I'm gonna play towards
heard
our
of me?
home. That's what this is.
For which, like we do a calculation of which team will win if it continues like this,
Yeah,
right?
I've been paying attention to that.
Yeah, so like for there, like once it's like 1 minute or something like that, it starts counting down. Like obviously you can affect it,
Yeah.
and if it goes like if you swing it around, it'll go away. But it'll tell you like a countdown, like we're winning. So you don't have to do like the mental like calculation anymore.
Yeah. I mean, I've liked that. It's helped me through this right now.
Right. Also, when you're in TACOM, if you bring up TACOM right now, you can see how many lives each of the other team has. Your team and the other team has, yeah. So if you see someone who's low and you're like, holy, like if we could just like eliminate one, like you can go for that.
I got a third one in this house. But like, we have one of them.
Bro, I have one shot in my home. Oh, he cut back.
Did you see the little dots like on the screen? Do you see the little dots on the screen when you're getting hit? Can you actually tell? Like, can you read them right now?
I can.
Yeah.
Like, especially when he went wide on me.
Yeah.
And I hit him with that the second shot. I could tell his body language changed because my full spread hit him.
Right.
Seen it,
Yeah. You can actually see. Sorry. You can actually see the times now on all the respawns. So like, if like you can actually tell like when snipe's coming up.
I seen it. It said 6, I think.
Yeah, it was 6 seconds. So snipe's up. Okay, yeah, there you go. They just got it.
All right, I'm up. Go, Marcus. Marcus dies.
All right.
I got hit by snipe.
He's been on like 5 lives ever since he went to 0. Not repeating that mistake.
So here you're picking, you get to vote between, because they're upgrading the grenades. It's now like the Marksa, Hammer Burster, and Incense. So pick which one you want. So then your team placed an instant there.
But I'm still getting used to it because sometimes I feel like I'm not hurt, but then I really am like full red because it's coming in this way.
You get like, as you're getting shot, there's like new indicators kind of showing you where you're getting shot from. So like, sort of watch for those. It's like the omen will start to kind of show up a little earlier than the creep comes in. And so if you just watch for the hits, you kind of get a better feel for how damaged you are.
Yeah. I have no lives.
I have no lives.
You have no lives, Kenny?
Oh yeah, no,
you have
I'm
no
out,
lives?
I'm out. Like I used all my lives.
Yo,
right now.
Kenny, are you okay?
Yeah.
You got destroyed. I'm sorry. Bad.
How many lives do you end
Don't
up with
pick
there,
up
Kenny?
against me, bro. Just know it. You know it, bro.
How many lives do you end up with there?
It's bad.
Can you guys put the claw down on the center line? Yeah, there's bandstand. Just put the claw down in the center line, please.
Swarm has been around now for a little while. They've made their own weapon and they made the claw. And it's big, powerful, frightening, but it's also a little janky. Like, it's the Swarm that are making it. They're not the best engineers. It has like an inverse accuracy on it. So if you're shooting and you hold down the button, it actually gets more and more accurate. But then that sort of Swarm engineering comes into play where if you hold it for too long, it sort of starts like coughing a little bit, goes like, and the spread goes all over the place and it goes slower and like the kick gets harder to manage and then you have to like let go and then start again to sort of get that sphere again. And so it's a very powerful weapon, but there's a little depth in it in like really controlling the accuracy and getting the most out of it.
I want hands. I'm shooting behind him, Marcus. Down.
Coming, you guys. Behind us. Let's see the guy behind us.
Did you ever get somebody on the ground? Just
That was
use the
elimination.
machine pistol to actually-
That
Oh yeah,
was
there you go.
elimination.
Eliminated. You were completely eliminated.
But
Your team got completely
That
eliminated.
was an
There nobody
elimination
on the
victory.
field there.
So there's a new like winning condition now, which is if you wipe the whole team before they can respawn, you win the round.
Automatic.
Yeah.
We call it an elimination victory. It's just like the team's not left standing, so like you win.
You were close to 3-capping, but they actually killed everybody, like muffed everybody up before the 3-cap happened. So I cut it short.
there's 2 on E.
I have a kill. Oh yeah, nades out.
So if I have 4 respawns, right, and I spawn up at the end of the round, and then it ends, like I lost that respawn now, right? Like I'm not going up to 5.
Yeah. Yeah, I have to really manage it. Like that end moment, especially when you're like, holy shit, like you have to make that call, like, can I run there and get, like, actually impact this fight? Or should I hang back?
Yeah, so now it's actually down, like, escalation used to go up for the respawn timer, now it's down, so it's actually 10 seconds. So it's gonna go fast.
Well, we had like no spawn, so we gotta, hit some shots. Right here, man.
Game point.
I couldn't even hear you if he was pushing.
Nice job.
Well done.
So on behalf of the whole coalition, we'd thanks everybody for coming out to the play test. I know it's Saturday and there's other things you could be doing, but we really appreciate you coming out. See you later.
Yeah, so developers,
But we
so
get to
much.
keep you guys around.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right.
Later.
So now that you've played the latest version of Gears, we'd love to hear your thoughts.
Oh man, I feel like it's a whole different game for me since my play style is kind of very fast or whatever or whatnot, and my movement is still fine, but I mean it's just way different than Gears of War 4. be honest.
Well, I mean, that's a great start. I mean, like, you know, like, we've tried to make it, you know, feel very Gearsy, feel very, like, you know, part of the legacy, but still feel very new. So that's really good news to us that it feels very different, but hopefully it still feels like Gears.
I also like how you have 5 lives or respawns. That's actually like pretty cool.
I think you both ran out of lives at some point.
Did you as well?
No, I don't think I had 1 life.
One life left, managing that one set.
I was saying
I ran out of lives so fast at the start. I was going through it by like round 4 or 5. It was not fun.
So like that first half, playing your like Gears 4 play style, and then you adapted in the second half. How did the sort of limited lives make you think differently about how you were playing?
Not having infinite lives off of respawn just changes your whole thought process. And when I was coming off respawn, I need to think like, you know, do I want to use my respawn here? Do I want to go into like a heavier fight location? Do I want to play more aggressive because of my lives? It just made me think about, you know, a lot of things based on how many lives I had. And towards the end of that game, the other team was running out of lives. So we knew that, like, because I had like 4 or 5 lives at that point and they were down to like 1 or like nothing, I knew that I could kind of just be aggressive and force them to kind of outskill me and get the kills like that.
You ran out of lives like early and before like first half. A few of you guys' team was low, and we'd see the opposite, like when you guys were trying to catch up because you were like Cog were on a roll.
Yeah, I think we was all at one life at one point, and they had like four lives, 3.
Yeah.
And we're all like playing, and we're like, okay, we still got this, but we just can't die. Like, we just can't.
Like, I was so careless throughout that first half, and when I was like out of lives, like, or when I was running low, I just started to like feel it. And like when I started getting lancered a little bit or shot a little bit more, I was like, I need to get the hell out of here. I can't be sitting here. It's such a huge role in the game that's like missing in Gears 4, and I'm happy it's in this one because, like you said before, like there's such a big complaint about just kind of like carelessly playing, and that lives factor alone just makes you have to think more and makes you care a lot more than you did before. So I like it a lot.
Awesome. It's one game. It's going to be a little bit hard to tell from a single game, but how did you feel about each side getting to pick?
I liked it a lot, but for me, at first it was kind of confusing because you were standing behind me and I was like kind of like lost a bit. I'm not gonna lie, but I started getting used to it, and I liked how you could place a weapon on your side of your choice, and it's just all strategy, like I said before. It's just pretty dope how you could place a snipe on my side, they'll place a drop on their side, and you could, it's not an X, what did you guys call it again?
A denial.
A denial X on their side. I think, I think we did it to them on drop?
On our drop shot.
On our drop, yeah.
Weird drop.
Even though we should have did it on the claw, because that gun is just, that gun is
It's strong.
very strong, yeah.
That's my big consensus, like in my head from playing, is just it's so weird. Like there's a lot to take in, but just the way like the Gears of War is being played is just so much different, and I enjoy it more because it's not just the fighting in smokes or, you know, just head downing with a shotgun. I found myself again taking a lot more time and learning to just be, you know, more intellectual with my gameplay, which is, you know, what I've been asking for a while. So I'm very happy with that. It's like it's fun is the best way to probably put it.
What about for you?
It was just fun to play, to be honest. I just liked the game.
It just felt slower, which for me is, you know,
More natural.
More natural. It feels normal. It feels like, I don't want to say it feels more like Gears, because I don't think that's the appropriate statement to say, but it's kind of like the best way I could think. I've been playing for 11 years and playing for that long. I've picked up playing through different Gears, and this one definitely gave me more of a like oh yeah, this is the Gears I love kind of thing.
We work on a game for, you know, over 2 years, almost 3 years, and it's something so special to see people outside the studio play it for the first time. And everybody here is super excited. I'm like incredibly excited to see the highest level of competitive play in our game, showcasing the latest ideas, the latest, you know, weapons, the latest action, latest strategies that like anybody's ever seen.
There is so much personality in Gears of War esports, and I really think that you can't see that anywhere else. So that's, you know, I just love it when we get, you know, a broadcast where you can see those personalities shine. Take that and add to that it's Gears of War 5 It's a game that nobody's seen yet. We've done so many things to make it better from the last one. You're really going to want to tune in and see it.
July 13th and 14th.
I'm Ryan Cleveland, multiplayer design director, and here's 4 things you need to know about escalation in Gears 5. We set out to deliver the deepest competitive Gears experience ever. Escalation now has a wealth of new strategic options. It has increased reliance on teamwork. There are more consequences to every action, and every life matters. Escalation in Gears 5 is the most intense competitive mode to date, whether you're sweating on the sticks or watching others play. In Escalation, 2 teams of 5 players battle to control 3 rings. Each ring your team holds earns you 1 point per second towards the round-winning goal of 250. Hold 3 rings at once, and you win an instant domination victory. After every round, new weapons are placed on the battlefield, and player respawn times get shorter. Gears 5 introduces limited respawns for each player on the battlefield, a life system that radically changes the way that you play the game. Each player starts with a reserve of 5 lives to take into battle. Each time you die, you can choose to spend a life to rejoin the fight, running out of lives, and you can't respawn back into the round to help your team. With only 1 life added at the end of each round, and 5 at halftime, every respawn is now a critical decision about risk versus reward. Lives bring new strategies like hunting down players with low respawn pools or forcing the enemy team to burn lives to gain an advantage later. Knowing when to save respawns will make or break your chances for victory. Escalation 2 brings you a new way to win. Like a 3-cap, completely eliminate the other team from the battlefield and you'll instantly win. The new overhauled weapon selection system provides more options to express your strategy. After each round, both teams are able to change the fight by choosing to place a weapon. Upgrade one, activate a new loadout option, or disable an enemy weapon for 3 rounds. Weapons can be placed on the neutral center line, or on a pickup location closer to your home spawn. Your first pick on a home side placement starts with either a flash or a smoke grenade. With further weapon picks, you upgrade the flash or smokes into better weapons, each building towards different weapons. The more powerful the weapon, the more picks you need to spend. Your picks can enhance your strengths, but also they advertise your weakness. With enough picks, home placements can be upgraded to power weapons like the drop shot or boom shot, but with longer spawns and less ammo than the center line. On the center line, any weapon can be placed into any empty slot. Most weapons will start with less ammo than in Gears 4 when placed, but can then be upgraded with faster respawn times or more ammo with further picks. Now, your spawn position really matters. The new spawn formation starts with the front 3 spawns much further forward, while the back 2 are the only players who start with smoke or flash grenades. If you want to arm any of your front 3 players with support grenades, you'll need to spend picks. As more weapons are placed, the action only escalates. Respawn times now start at 16 seconds and decrease by 1 second after every round until the half. The more rounds you play, the faster players can get back into the fight. With so many different ways to spend your weapon picks between rounds, the breadth of options, counterplays, and strategies are massively expanded. Be prepared to adapt. No 2 matches will ever be the same. Grab some friends, try out some strats, and watch each other's backs. See you out there.